What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to my channel, what's up? My name is Michael. I would love it if you subscribe, so hit that subscribe button down below and go ahead and follow my Instagram if you just want to check out what I've been doing. So I just decided that I was going to make a video today. You've all been asking me how I've been spending my time at UCSB, what have I learned, how's it been going, what is UCSB like, what does UCSB even stand for? So I just woke up and thought, why not film a Q&A today? So I went on Instagram last night as well, and I just asked my followers to just go ahead and send me questions about UCSB and if they have any questions about college in general. So today I'll be doing a UCSB Q&A. Before we begin, I just want to say that all of these opinions are my own. I was not paid by the university and they did not sponsor this video at all, so all of these opinions are mine. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we'll start off with the first question. First question is, what does UCSB stand for and where is UCSB? So UCSB is the University of California, Santa Barbara. It's located in Santa Barbara, California. Really beautiful. Santa Barbara was just ranked #1 for having the best weather in the US. So definitely come and check out UCSB. Next question, where did you live your freshman year and how did you like it? So I lived in San Nicolas Hall. So that's one of the older residence halls. It's not the oldest, but it is one of the older ones. I lived on the first floor. I actually did a dorm room tour if you want to go ahead and check that out. But I lived in San Nicolas Hall, and I mean, I didn't really like living in the residence halls just because I didn't like living with so many people. I'm an extrovert, but I'm an introvert, if you know what I mean. So I kind of just did not really like living in the residence halls, and in my experience, it was rough. I had a really bad roommate experience. I'll probably end up making a video about it, but essentially my roommate did tell me to kill myself, and it was this whole big ordeal, and yeah, it was bad. So I had a bad roommate experience, but don't let that discourage you from living in the residence hall. It's a great opportunity to like meet new people and just be able to be in a community and be right on campus. So that was really nice. And you don't have to worry about cooking your meals because you do have a meal plan. What GEs are easy, or what are some GPA boosters? I feel like a majority of the GEs are, like, it really just depends. Like, there's no GE that, actually I take that back. There are a few GEs that are pretty easy. I know Earth 7, so that's dinosaurs. Music 15, you can take Theater 5, that's intro to acting. Some of the anthropology courses, so it really just depends on the subject matter. But I would say that there are a lot of GEs that are pretty easy and they can help boost your GPA. Do a lot of people actually get freshman 15? So a fun fact about freshman 15 is that it is actually a myth. So freshman 15 was just made up. Somebody was like, we're gonna call it freshman 15. But it's totally normal to gain weight in college. You're in a new environment, you're dealing with some stress, eating habits may be different. Maybe you're eating more in the dining commons than you normally would. So it is a myth, but it is totally normal to gain weight in college. I gained 15 pounds and I'm glad I was able to gain weight in college. Okay, this is a good one. About how many hours a day should I study to do well in all of my classes? That is really up to you. It really just depends, because me, I don't study that much during the day. I usually study on the weekends, but there are some classes that you do have to study for every day. So it really just depends on the subject matter in the class, but I think that you should probably dedicate maybe like 2 or 3 hours of studying a day. So what does IB stand for? Where is IB? So IB stands for Isla Vista. It's our college town at UCSB, and it's just where we do have a majority of students living in Isla Vista. Well, IB, we have about like 12,000 UCSB students living there, and it's a really cool place. Like, we have a bunch of restaurants, and that's where the parties happen. And also you do have 2 lecture halls there, so maybe you might have class in Ivy. It's really cool because it is our college town and a lot of people do hang out there. And I like it as well because some of the beach entrances are there. It's just really cool to wake up and walk down the street to your best friend's house. How do people usually get home from parties to FT when it's really late at night? So FT is the name, well, it was the name of one of our residence halls, Francisco Torres. It's now called Santa Catalina, but a lot of students do decide that they want to go out into IB and party. So they do just go out and party, and the way that a lot of people do get back home after these parties, if they live in Santa Catalina, it's the residence hall that's on the west side of campus, about a mile away. But a lot of people just Uber or they walk. We do have buses that can take you from Santa Catalina to Ivy or even on campus, but at that point it's really late, so a lot of people just Uber or walk. Are jobs in Ivy flexible to student schedules usually? I would say that jobs, well, for me, I've never worked in Ivy, but I would say that a lot of jobs like in Ivy, they do allow students to schedule around their time. But if you're really looking for a more flexible job, I would say try to find something on campus, because on campus, you can either input your schedule or you send them a copy of your schedule, or you print out your schedule, so then they know when you are available to work. So just from my personal experience, I would say that finding a job on campus is most easiest, because I have had the chance to send in my schedule and they work around my schedule, and I choose the times where I can work. What made you choose UCSB? This is a really good question. I'll probably end up making a whole video about it and talking about my stats and everything. The reason why I decided to come to UCSB was, for one, my major is ranked #1 in the nation at UCSB. So I'm a sociology and Black Studies double major, but sociology is ranked #1 at UCSB, and UCSB created the first Black Studies department on the west coast of the US. So I just felt like this was a perfect university for my majors, but also for me as a person. I knew that I wanted to go to a university where they offered a lot of resources for students, because in high school, I constantly had professors, counselors, and other people just reach out to me, and I knew that I wanted to go to a university where I felt welcomed and comfortable, and that they would be able to just connect with students. And also, I just felt like the vibe was really good when I took a tour and I talked to a bunch of people. Everyone was really nice, the community was great, and I knew that the school will offer me so many opportunities. What is your favorite dining common? Ooh, my favorite dining common is Ortega Dining Commons. It's amazing. They have different type of bars for dinner. So they had a nacho bar, chili bar, ice cream sundae bar. I think they had like a chicken and waffle bar. But I think all of the dining commons are really good. They offer so many different type of foods for students who have dietary restrictions, or if you just kind of want to mix up what you're eating on different nights of the week. But they're really good. What is one thing that you learned your freshman year that you wish you knew going into college? I know I'm gonna make a video about this, but one thing that I learned my freshman year is that the friends that you start off with may not be the friends that you end off with. I had a group of friends my freshman year. We were really close, hung out all the time, did so many things together, and we just fell off, which is completely fine. I would say it's normal. You're still finding who you are in college, and you're figuring things out. And it's okay if you don't end up being friends with the same people you started off with. So where is Del Playa? I really don't know where Del Playa is. I'm still looking. So let me know if you find out. All right, next question. When should I start looking for houses if I want to live on DP? I would say that you do have to start looking for housing super early, like in fall quarter, probably around end of October, early November. That's when you should start looking, because that's when leases are put up and they do have all of their listings available for students to look at. So if you know where you want to live, you need to start looking early so you can have a plan of when you're going to sign the lease and all that stuff. So just start looking early, around late October, early November, so you can get the place that you want. What are your favorite weekend trips in or near Santa Barbara? I loved going to downtown State Street on the weekends and just going shopping. That's where we have a bunch of retail stores and restaurants. So I usually would go there on the weekends and kind of shop around or go have lunch with a friend, maybe watch a movie. I also would go to LA for the weekend sometime. Really nice trip just to kind of get away, or if I went to a music festival or a concert, I would just go there for the weekend. So those will have to be my favorite trips. How are the concerts and music festival at UCSB? I can't really tell you how the concerts were because I didn't go to a single concert. I happened to be busy every time they had a concert at UCSB, which is pretty strange. So I just did not go to any of the concerts that they had, and I didn't even go to the music festival either because I was busy. But from the experiences that I've heard that other people had, they really liked them. All right, another question is, do you party? This is a funny one because I came into UCSB saying that I was never gonna go to a party, but I decided to try it out my first year, and I went to a few parties, and I even had my own party. But I mean, it's okay if you decide that you do want to party, and it's totally normal. It's college, new experiences. So I don't party too often, but I have gone to a few parties. This is a funny one. Are all the boys there as cute as you? If so, I'm transferring. Don't know, you gotta come find out, but thank you for the compliment. What jobs do you have on campus and how did you get them? So I'm a tour guide, I work at the visitor center, I'm a Gaucho FYI presenter, and I just finished off the summer being an orientation staffer. So I just applied to be a tour guide and I got the position, and then I applied to be a visitor center intern because within being a tour guide we have an organization called Gaucho Tour Association, and you can apply to be an intern for the visitor center through there. So I got that position. For being a Gaucho FYI presenter, they just asked us if we would be willing to do that, all of the orientation staffers. So I got that position. And then for being an orientation staffer, this was the longest process for receiving a job. I submitted the application, went through 4 interviews, and that's how I got the job. But it was a really long process, but I loved just having all of these jobs on campus, and I'm really excited to see which future positions I'll be able to get at UCSB. Alright, so is there a place I can keep jewelry or computer in the dorms, or should I bring like a lockbox? The desks that you do get at the residence halls, it does have a place where you can actually put a lock. So if you want to just go ahead and lock up your laptop, your jewelry, and your desk. So you can just get a lock that has either a combination or a key, and you can just lock up your desk that way, keep your computer and your jewelry in there. But there is a place within the desk that they do give you at the residence halls. Alright, so the last question I'm going to end off with is, when did you know that you fell in love with UCSB? So it's really funny because coming into UCSB, I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay here. I thought I was going to transfer. So all of fall quarter, I was looking at college applications and just deciding whether or not I wanted to transfer. So I remember going back home for Christmas break, and it was December, and I was just looking at all these YouTube videos about UCSB, and that's when I knew that I didn't want to leave and that I wanted to stay here, and this was somewhere I was meant to be. Everything was falling into place. I'm thriving here, getting a bunch of different jobs, and just getting really good grades. I just got into the honors program on campus, so I'm really excited about that. But I knew that I loved UCSB when I realized that I couldn't see myself anywhere else, and that just going somewhere else would just make me really sad. So I just decided that I was going to stay at UCSB, and I have really been enjoying this school, and I love it so much that I don't even want to graduate because this school has presented me with so many different opportunities. But that's it for this video. I'm probably going to make another Q&A because I feel like there are so many questions that a lot of people have that I didn't answer in this video, but these are kind of the questions that I kept getting about UCSB. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. I'll probably make another one, but thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to also hit that subscribe button. But thank you all for watching. That's it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one.